True leadership is tested in crisis. Crisis is the incubator for leadership development. That's why you can become a better person. Crisis is the source of growth and development. Crisis places demands on your hidden potential. Crisis reveals your true beliefs and your convictions. As a matter of fact, crisis tests your faith. And this is why this morning is so important. God is saying, look, I want you to hold steady in the middle of the season. Your faith will not fail. Your faith is stronger than the test, and your faith will overcome the test. We overcome the world by our faith and our work. You must work in the middle of the test. You're writing too slow. A crisis on earth is an incident in heaven. When the Lord told me this, I almost danced around the room. Let's say it together. A crisis on earth is an incident in heaven. You call it a terrible experience. God said, that's just a little blimp on my scale. This is an incident. So don't panic. Here's something I think will help you. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 2 says what? The rich man and the poor man have one thing in common. God made them both. Now when I first read that verse, I was living in Baintown. And my daddy would tell you, we were living in an area, we didn't even know we was poor. Because everybody around us was, living the same way. But when I read that, I got angry at God. I almost cursed God when I read that. Because I was a young man reading that verse, and it says, the rich and the poor have one thing in common. God made them both. That, to me, meant that God made rich people, and God made poor people. The problem was, I was the poor one. So I became angry at God because he didn't make me one of the rich ones. Until I read the rest of the verse. It says, the rich and the poor have one thing in common. God made them both. And God gave sight to both. Now the last part blew my mind. When I did the research on this verse, here's the way it's written in the original Hebrew. God makes people. Some become rich, some become poor based on how they see. Let me say it again. God makes people. That's what he makes people. Some become rich, some become poor depending on how they see.